Police records say the latest sexual assault victim of a Dallas police officer was a 14-year-old at the time and someone he met through his job as a cop. Hello, everybody, and good evening. I'm Steve Eager. It's 9 o'clock. Officer Tyrone Williams was first arrested last year for sexually assaulting a child. Days after that arrest, police began investigating allegations from additional victims. Fox 4's Blake Hansen spoke with their attorney and joins us from the Lou Sterrett Justice Center tonight. Blake.
Yes, Steve, these new charges are not new allegations, according to the victim's attorney. He says he represents 3 women, all girls at the time, who tried to report that they'd been assaulted years ago, but are just now being heard. It was shortly after Dallas police officer Tyrone Williams' arrest in the summer of last year that attorney Hunt Bonneau got a call from someone claiming she and 2 others were victims too.
The little girl that came out last year, for whatever reason, she was believed and it got in the news, which gave my friends confidence to come out.
Bonneau took his clients to Dallas police to speak with detectives. That conversation ultimately resulted in Williams' arrest this week on an additional charge of sexual assault. According to court records, the victim stated she met suspect Williams when he was working in an official capacity as a Dallas police officer. The records say in 2010, Williams and another officer picked up the girl at a Dallas hotel, where they learned she was a victim of a human trafficker who was later convicted and sentenced to 12 years. Bonneau described his clients as being in a vulnerable situation at the time.
Unfortunately, there are some kids that don't have all of the support of family or all of the support at school. And so you hope that when they finally get to the point where they're with the police, they're going to get the support there. This is a group of girls that did not get that support at any level.
Records say after being released from a juvenile facility, the girl's mother visited her and informed her she has been communicating with suspect T. Williams, and she would be staying with suspect T. Williams when she was released from the facility.
This police officer in particular in some way had a relationship with their mother. I'm not talking about, I don't know what the nature of that was, but he said he would mentor them.
Police say during that time, Williams sexually assaulted the girl repeatedly, including on his lunch break from his job as an officer. The victim says Williams reminded her he is an officer and knows how to make people come up missing. And if I have to, I know how to shut you up. Dallas police went on to collect several other interviews and documents seeking to corroborate the claims, and finally this week arrested Williams on the additional charge for assaulting one of Bonneau's clients.
Well, I got a text at 6 in the morning. Said somebody believes us. They believe us. That was the text I got.
The arrest warrant affidavit does include 2 additional accusations of sexual assault from the 2 other clients of Bonneau. It's not clear the status of those cases. I did reach out to an attorney for Williams, but did not immediately hear back. However, his attorney, Scotty Allen, did release a statement to the Dallas Morning News saying, in part, good officers aren't immune from patently false and totally unsupported allegations. These young ladies were severely troubled youth with a myriad of disciplinary and mental health issues, end quote. Steve?
All right, Blake. So what's the victim's attorney saying about this other really disturbing allegation as well, that they actually tried to report what happened a long time ago?
Yeah, so he says they tried to report that to Child Protective Services and Lancaster Police, among other entities. I reached out to both this afternoon. Child Protective Services essentially said that any investigation would be confidential under state law, and also that every case that they get is also referred to law enforcement. Lancaster Police told me they weren't able to find anything in their system matching the details for these victims.